Hi, thanks for tuning in. I'm Jay Foster. Let's do this thing. What's the point? Who cares? Does anything really matter? Same shit, different day. Let's find out why our lives have become so mundane and what we can do to escape it. Let's back it up, rewind, and see how we became engulfed in the mundane in the first place. For the majority of us, we grew up and we didn't really have to worry about survival. It just wasn't particularly challenging. What I mean is, we didn't have to plan to go hunting or grow our own vegetables or trap game in order to eat. We didn't have to carry buckets of water for miles in order to get something to drink. And many of us had a reliable shelter, a roof over our heads to protect us from the elements. So with basic survival needs accounted for, where do we place our focus? Where do we place our attention? Well, we challenge ourselves intellectually. We reward ourselves for our smarts, for getting facts and trivia, for solving complex problems and synthesizing information. And sometimes we take this infatuation with braininess to an extreme. We have debate forums feeling a lot like boxing matches, where intellectuals square off as they spar with counterpoints and rebuttals, and the audience feels the intensity of the battle while silently rooting for their favorite heady idol. Ah, there he is, my favorite superior intellectual. From early childhood, we've trained our brains to rank and rate and categorize everything we see. That is to say, we reduce everything we see down to mere symbols, so that we're able to slice and dice anything in our field of view. We conceptualize, symbolize, and store it neatly into this massive mental filing system that sits atop our shoulders. But what happens every time the mind creates a symbol? Meaning is lost. What our senses gather gets trivialized, reduced to a handy one-word label, stripped of its miraculous nature, so that it can be neatly tucked away and categorized and cataloged with all of the other symbols. Let me show you what I'm talking about. You see that guy standing over there? Well, he's an idiot. Oh, idiot. Okay, got it, thanks. But really, the idiot we're talking about is actually a miracle of life. A human being breathing air to extract oxygen, which serves as the lifeblood for billions of tiny cells, with a heart beating rhythmically, continuously, all by itself, and digestive organs extracting the precise nutrients from food to produce energy. When he falls ill or he's struck by injury, his body is able to somehow restore and repair itself back to its original form. He forms words to construct cogent sentences to communicate with other humans around him. He has a subconscious and an imagination, and he's able to create a vision from something that doesn't currently exist. And he entangles emotions with others through his deep interpersonal relationships, whereby mutual learning and teaching occurs. Do you see how we can take something so dynamic, inexplicable, even miraculous, and debase it down to a single meaningless word? That's mundane. Our head is full of millions of meaningless and mundane symbols. What good is it to be a genius if life sucks? So what can we do to keep our treasured intelligence, but also escape the mundane? We spend time doing the exact opposite of symbol making. We embrace and contemplate the unknown, the miraculous, the mysterious. We remove our mind as a barrier to our experience. We allow ourselves to experience rapture, wonder, awe-strickenness, all without trying to explain or conceptualize it, and without searching for a practical reason for doing it. A doctor can use a lot of fancy words, but the truth is, nobody really knows how the body actually heals itself. How do the seasons change? Isn't it an extraordinary coincidence that our planet is just the optimal distance from our vital star that we call the sun? Meet questions like these with sheer thoughtless wonder. This notion is so foreign to the thinking analytical mind that when you initially try this, the first words that pop into your mind are, "This is stupid." Notice the label of stupid? The mind is instantly at work doing what we just described it does so well. The overthinking mind creates the cage of mundanity. And the only way to escape it is to practice experiencing life without thinking, to experience rapture directly without filter, to discover the thoughtless extraordinary in the very ordinary. Thanks for listening. Please send me a message, leave me a comment. This stuff is so important to me, and my hope is that I can serve as some kind of signpost that points you in a better direction. Feel free to check out my other videos and click that subscribe button. We'll see you next time. I'm out.